the sight. It was a mouthful, to say the least. Give thanks for its capture, for now it's mine to eat. The Monadic Institute was formed when a loose network of filmmakers began to discuss the state of film, video, and images in general around the world. They realized that something had to be done to counter the disturbing tide of images that was covering the planet. The Institute was created and several branches were formed. Within our organization, there are those who make films, videos, those who examine them, and those who do both. What binds us together is our shared belief in the capacity of images. Aside from being a forum for ideas and serving as creative catalyst, the Institute began a research branch to directly work with individuals whose quality of life has been severely impaired from excessive or incapacitating types of television and movie intake. We knew that we would have to use sound and image themselves in therapy. The science of using this combination to improve well-being has existed in different forms for centuries. In the 70s, what we now call film ecology was born when eye doctors prescribed specific films to cure certain psychological problems. Now the Institute has created what we call the Staticose Chamber. It reverses the detrimental effects of televisual and cinematic abuse. We started on a localized level, one person at a time, and found audio-visual montage capable of returning the primary sense back to its former glory. Images can carry away, but having fallen in wrong hands, they become a tool for submission. We are charting a course back to the senses. We are trying to create a space, a field to walk in, a space to breathe in. When the state of affairs has gotten to where one is impotent from too much televisual intercourse, when for whatever reason the only escape has become vicarious pleasure, the Staticose Chamber can help. Our voluntary viewers participate in a series of sessions, each of which is geared to reverse the effects, one or two at a time. There are often several levels working at once. By opposing specific visuals and sounds, gradually layering different associations, we create a foundation. From there, we gradually increase the pace and create tensions between images which demand positive resolution. To gather materials for the imagescape, we have culled footage from the vast tombs that have been shot over the century. The images should seem familiar to the viewer. Film ecology uses the same language the viewer is already quite literate in. We have for you a rather straightforward model today. In this case, the viewer suffers from a general lack of self-confidence and quite a lot of vicarious pleasure-taking, often in prurient and expensive ways. For every viewer, there is a different setup, each one responding differently to each image, each sound. We gather this information beforehand. We use some of the viewer's personal home video or movie footage early in the session to ease one into the chamber. We then take violent and pornographic material and lace in beautiful or poignant visuals, such as a home movie. The two can be very difficult to enjoy at the same time, and amidst this tension comes confusion and the desire for resolution. The viewer will then, of his or her own volition, feel impelled towards the more soothing combination of sound and image. The critical section expiration of the prescription is when the images build into a frenzied pace and begin to operate on conscious and unconscious levels. The doors get thrown wide open when we enter the realm of beautifully expanded imagery at the end of each session. The Institute is here in defense of images and to stand up for their rights. We hope that you will join us, and if you or someone else that you know needs our help, please don't hesitate to write to the Monadic Institute